Hello everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Season 1 of Issliss. My name is Veronica Ripley, creator of Issliss, and I am so happy to have you here with me. We're gonna get started in just a moment, but before we do, I wanna give a very special thank you to all of our cast members and the crew for making this season so spectacular. We've had 20 episodes, this is episode 20 of Issliss, and it's honestly very humbling to see my nightmares come true. So thank you so much, everyone, truly, from the deepest, darkest depths of my heart, thank you. We have some news really quickly before we get started. Fablescraps.com is where you can find your very own quick play guide. If you would like to play Issliss at home right now, you can do so at fablescraps.com. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom and type in your email address, and we'll send you a free copy of the quick play guide. It's got rules and lore and beautiful artwork and some pre-generated characters. There's even like a little encounter for you to play. So if you want to play Issliss at home today, fablescraps.com, check out the quick play guide. Just sign up for the newsletter and it's yours. One more thing, we have a merch store at Fablescraps. Just go to merch.fablescraps.com. You can pick up all kinds of cool Issliss related merch, some Fablescraps related stuff. We've got super cool bowling shirts. We've got mugs and t-shirts and hoodies, all kinds of gorgeous stuff. But we also have a membership program, and Twitch subscribers get a discount on becoming members at the merch store. But if you become a member at merch.fablescraps.com, you will singularly be allowed to access the beautiful content that is the Leftovers podcast. Every day after every episode, we do a special podcast with the cast and crew where we talk about what went into making the episode and like what the cast's favorite moments were, and it's really fun. And if you like Issliss or you like Fablescraps and you want to help support us, check out merch.fablescraps.com. Now, before we introduce the cast, I just want to remind everybody that if you are not caught up or you want to find previous episodes, head over to our VODs here on Twitch or check out our YouTube channel where we post all of our VODs for all of our shows. You can also find us on podcasting apps like Apple Podcasts. So check that out too. We have an RSS feed where you can find all that stuff. We're going to introduce our cast. And when we do, we're going to have each cast member say a little bit about themselves and the characters and maybe what their favorite moments have been so far. And when we introduce each cast member, I'm going to need something from you, from our live audience here at Twitch. I need you to type a 1 in chat to make sure that they sound okay. If they sound good, just type a 1. And if they don't sound good, type their name so I know who to fix. Now, without further ado, let's begin to introduce our wonderful cast today. First and foremost, we've got Grizz. Hello.
Hello, everyone. This is our final Friday. I'm in my feelings about it. I'm Candacethemagnificent. My pronouns are they, she, and I play Grizz. Grizz is the sycophant of the group. Just a little guy, little runner out here doing their best. She likes to believe that she's good at diplomacy, and sometimes they are. Sometimes maybe not. I think that my favorite moment has been pretty much anything to do with the Tisk. I love the Tisk so much.
Oh, fantastic.
If I could swim in like a rich broth of Tisk lore, I would.
Well, have no fear, the Tisk love you too. Thank you very much. That's ones across the board. Next up, we've got Leaf.
Helps if I mute. Hello, it is I, Leaf, Domesticdan, the hound of the party, the tracker, the one who likes to scale buildings and glide into other buildings because he can't talk good. There's no way he's talking his way into things, so he might as well fly in. I'm excited for the finale, and then I get to be here for it, and am horrified of what's about to happen, and hope I live. Fingers crossed.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dan. Next up, we've got Pliers.
Hello, it's me, Pliers, or Frank. I'm glad I could make this one. It's been a ride, so I'm very interested in seeing what happens. The favorite moment in this whole campaign is it's very interesting playing a campaign where you don't do much combat at all. You know, it's more like run. So I guess it's a taste of me feeling like how it is to be powerless in the world. So it's been interesting to be here on that. But hope you guys enjoy the finale.
Fantastic. It's like ones across the board. Thank you. Next up, last but not least, we've got Pippet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pippet, and I am your humble biologist, war vet. I think we've just give me that badge of honor. And just to really give my favorite part of this play that we've done, I love our downtime. Because whether it's Dan literally just cooking for everybody, or Candace trying to horrify us with stories, or Pliers trying to, or Frank trying to take our blood at night, it's always memorable. And I enjoy that we have so many personalities at the table that can just carry downtime. It's rare that downtime can be so fun. So it's been a ride. I've enjoyed every campsite we visited, and I'm going to carry all of them with me after this is over.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's everybody. If I sound okay, then just go ahead and put some ones in chat. And if everything sounds good, then I would like to begin today's episode with a very quick recap of what happened previously on Issliss. Where we last left off, Pippet was brought through the sewers by some corpsemen. You had a previous relationship with some of them. Maybe you've served with them in the past. They were bitter about it. But while you were being led through the sewers, the rest of the party was attacked by a massive goopy cassette called a tausha cassette. It's like a soft shell, just icky, wet cassette. It scaled the wall, and as it was about to strike, they heard the sounds of Pippet in the sewers. Everybody scattered. Pippet eventually lost the corpsemen who were supposedly escorting you through the sewers, and heard what was probably their demise at the hands of this tausha cassette. So everyone made it deeper into the facility. Deep below the effluvium works, you eventually found a laboratory with 8 huge carapaces of a cassette, the likes of which you haven't really seen before. And eventually you found a cage with something in it. The party thought it was a Tonson, you thought it was an Indrid, you thought it was a lot of things. But what you hoped it wasn't was a liar. You released the creature at its behest, at its begging, pleading. And before we pick up with that, we join Leaf in the sewers. Leaf, you've heard the sounds of something. You didn't stop to look behind you, but from several directions now, you're hearing movement, you're hearing, ah! Deep within the cavern, just, ah! The floor is cobblestone, it's wet, there's fungus, detritus growing on it. You are functionally lost here in the sewers below Lemurat. You can hear a trickle of some kind of fluid flowing past you, and your only companion is tucked into your hood. Who is that?
That is Prudence.
Prudence. What is Prudence?
Oh, my happy little murder kitty.
Prudence
I love him so much.
Prudence is what's known as a Doska. A Doska is like it's about the size of a large cat. Yours is but a babe, but a teeny tiny babe of a Doska. They have huge eyes and sharp little teeth and long claws that they don't retract. They just always have these claws because they climb places. They have extraordinarily dark fur, and they have some webbing between their forelimbs and their hind limbs. Got a long bushy tail, some of them do. And your particular Daska was chosen because of its intelligence, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Your Daska.
Grizz was able to figure it out as the smartest one.
Your Daska was weaned far too early, and it's just sucking on your hoodie. Just.
I love it.
What are we doing? What's the plan?
Oh, I don't want to deal with whatever the hell that squishy nightmare was. So I want to get as far away as possible. I'm going to try to figure out if I can see any sort of tracks of any kind here. Maybe glean where the rest of them went.
Sure. Do you have an ability for this?
I have an ability once I find tracks. But I have to find them first.
Sure. And this is an ability where you just bypass a check for this, right?
Oh, yes, once I find tracks, I'll know where the target has been, where they're going, and roughly what they were doing.
Okay, sure. So as you do this, you're inspecting kind of all the way around you. Do you have a torch on you at all?
That's a good question. I don't actually. Ah, Jesus. No, but I have incendiary bolts. I mean, I do have a cook set, so I would have something I could light fires with, but
do you have any bits of things, some thing
I have
on you?
old coals on me.
Oh, okay. So you could fashion together a little torch for yourself. Why don't you make me a crafting check?
Yes, I'll do that.
Or you can make me a crafting check or a bushcraft check, since it's technically bushcraft.
Yes, I have bushcraft.
Okay, go ahead and make me a bushcraft check.
That's a 13.
13. Nice. Yeah, you managed to fashion together out of some bits of string and some, maybe like a cup that you have. You've got some old coals, and you've maybe even placed a little bit of weevil oil in there to get it started. And you've lit yourself, functionally, a little tiny torch.
Good. I do have the ability to see in one level lower of obscurity as well.
Oh.
Due to...
This was not always the case for you. You had a disease for a little while. You were cured by some cultists.
But I do have blind sight now, which I figure maybe is a nice effect of being so blessed and anointed.
Super blessed. Yeah. So you do manage to just barely make out in this dim light. Far in the distance, you can see what might be a velvet purple, like a violet gloam of an effluvium lamp. But below you, along the cobblestone pathway with your torch, you can definitely make out the telltale tracks of the rest of the party. This was the place where you got off. The little box where you rode in from, and the rest of the party has gone forward right with you. So this is like you've backtracked a little bit.
Okay. Now that I have some sort of idea of where they're going, I'm going to head in that direction as quickly and quietly as possible. I want to not lead the thing to them by following them.
It makes a lot of sense, yeah. You hear just like another...
Yes, if I can, I'll stalk my way that way, because I'll take my time.
Sure.
I do not want that.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a stalk check.
And I do want to note before that I can indeed stalk at full speed without penalty.
Okay, sure.
17.
17 is great. Yeah, you like a pro. You've like crouched a little bit. You know, you've got the flame towards you. You know, you've cut off like the light as it reaches everything else. You're extraordinarily capable at this, and yeah, you manage gracefully, quickly to find, again, the place where you had just run from, a massive platform in this opening of this cavern, this subway, this sewer system, rather. And nobody's here. You see the viscera from before, the dead corpsemen, piles and piles of viscera, but you don't see anyone or anything dangerous.
I'm assuming the artifact is not here. That creature probably took it, yeah?
Who had the artifact?
I know, was it Grizz? Grizz and I were holding it with the thing. But if Grizz was able to snatch it away, that makes a lot more sense than I would have.
Yeah.
Okay, good. If I don't see it, I'm not going to bother searching and waiting around here for it.
Okay, sure. You see an opening. You see two openings in front of you. One is on the far right side. It's a little bit wider, and one is a little more tightly constricted toward the left.
I'm going to keep doing what to do and look for tracks, see if there's any new ones on each side.
Yeah, as you're here, since you have this ability, as a hound, right, your whole experience is built into tracking. It's extremely difficult to tell, but you manage just barely to make out the shape of some tracks left in the viscera from the floor, and they lead towards the larger opening. They also seem to be panicked.
That's not surprising. I'll continue making my way through there as quickly and quietly as I can. I do not want to draw the thing's attention.
Yeah, sure. As you do, you look down just barely. Make me an observation roll, if you can.
Yeah. Let's see here. Detect roll?
That's right, detect.
Yes. That's an 18.
Nice. Yeah, as you're walking through this place, you hear that trickle of fluid running past you slowly, but when you look down, you notice it's not the typical like green-brown color. There's streaks of red in it.
Okay, take out my pickaxe just to be safe.
Sure.
And I might even take a very quick moment and just put in one armor piece and slide it into my coat.
Sure. Yeah. Good idea.
Okay. Alright, and then I keep moving.
Yeah, you keep moving. After some time, you find the remnants of a corpseman? ? It's difficult to tell. But what you can see is a prosthetic leg that's been completely just avulsed from the body. It's there.
That's not great that I'm following whatever did this. Gonna keep on moving.
Okay. You also find a device on the corpseman.
Ooh, yes, I'll look at that. What is it?
It is a blade bandy. It's a sling, a type of sling that you cock backwards, and it specializes in throwing these little blades. The corpseman had one, apparently, on his body, and there are several blades kind of strewn about as if he was trying to load it.
Oh, that I will pick up and take as many blades as I can.
Sure. Yeah, you get 10 blades.
Okay. Ooh.
Nice. All right, well, you look around and you don't see anything, but you definitely hear some kind of plunging noise somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to be moving even slower now. I could move faster, I'm not going to.
Sure. You move a little further forward and you see signs of some sort of struggle. But the prints that came out of whatever this fluid is very closely resemble Pipit's.
Ooh. Not going toward the splorching, I hope.
Definitely going toward the splorching.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to make my way and continue to hope that I don't find a corpse.
Sure.
Or at least not hers.
You see the convergence of these tracks, along with tracks which resemble Pliers and Grizz, and now all three tracks have apparently stopped for a moment and then continued down a corridor, a very tight-looking corridor, like an access corridor almost in this sewage system.
Okay, well, that's where I'm going to go. If that's where they are and they're still moving, I just need to make up and catch up.
Yeah. As you approach this corridor, you're hit with almost like a wave of some kind of hot, sticky air. It's warm, and it hits you like a wall as you just make your way through this threshold, as if it's emanating from somewhere deeper within this access corridor.
Like there might be, like I'm feeling an extra breeze that's not continuing down, like maybe a hidden door. Did I hear that right?
It's difficult to say. You just walk through this corridor and you're just hit straight on with like a wave of hot, sticky, humid air. Stale and acrid.
All right. Take a couple of breaths where the air isn't as humid and make my way into whatever nightmare sauna I'm going to.
Yeah. After a while, you begin to hear that sound again from a little bit behind you.
Like following me behind me?
Somewhere behind you. It's difficult to know. You've made several turns by now, and it's a tight corridor. It's tall, but it's very tight.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up the pace a bit.
Yeah. Smart. You hear it again. This time a little bit louder.
Getting closer to me?
Potentially.
Or ahead. If ahead or in behind. That's where my brain...
From behind you, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to move faster.
Okay.
I'm not going to... I'm still trying to stay quiet from before.
Eventually you approach a part of this corridor which has some light to it. There's like a purple violet light coming down from the ceiling through a grate. The grate appears to be sealed.
That's the only thing in this. It's a dead end with the grate.
Here's that way.
The grate is sealed above me.
That's right.
Shit. Anywhere that maybe is it just an empty room? Like, it's not a cistern, but that idea?
Like a cistern, yeah. Like a cistern. There appear to be some bricks along the sides of the walls here, like cobblestone, like from before, but they jut out at odd angles, like it hasn't been maintained in a long time.
How high up is the grate?
It's about where your fingertips might sit.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to break that thing open then. I'm not staying down here. I thought it was way above me.
Sure. Go ahead and make me a mechanics check.
Oh, good gods. Okay.
The sound is getting louder and more intense.
15.
15.
That's almost as good as I could possibly roll.
Wow, that's an outstanding roll.
Oh.
You whip out a tool that you had cobbled together before for a different thing a long time ago. You just had something you decided to use as like a little screwdriver, and you're just a mad dash to unscrew some of these bolts that are holding the grate in place. And you screwed off one of them, and it falls to the ground. Bing, 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 bing. You've got another one. Bing, bing. The thing is getting louder and louder, and finally you manage to get the last fixture off of this grate. You push it up, and now what?
Oh, I climbed through that sucker. I'm not staying in there.
Okay. You manage, barely, to get your hands on the ledge, and now you have to lift yourself up. You have a prosthetic, don't you?
I do. Big tentacly prosthetic
What
on my left
does
arm.
it give you a plus to your climbing skill?
No, it gave me a plus to might, I think.
All right. Well, I'll say that the might of heaving your body over this ledge is sufficient to use for that tentacle arm. It's called leech limb. Your leech limb like bursts through the floor on this in this little grate, and you manage to make purchase on the ledge, and you pull yourself up with ease from your leech limb. You manage to get your torso over and slam the grate back down. And for just a brief moment, you see some movement. But before your eyes can adjust to it, it's gone.
That's good. I take out. There's a thing in my pack. It's an old hoe. We had some farm equipment given to us a while ago, and I've been lugging it around. I'm gonna wedge it into this grate, so maybe I can try to prevent it from getting opened again.
Yeah, sure, that works.
I don't need it, and I don't want it, and I don't want this to open.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. You manage that. That's easy.
Okay.
You look
Where
around.
am I?
You look around you, and you're inside of a massive corridor. There appears to be the floor appears to be kind of spongy almost. You look around and you see the corridor extends way off into the darkness. It's barely lit here, lit very dimly by the violet gloam of the effluvium lamps. The walls are curved into like an arch, and the arch is suspended every so often by these vertebra-looking curved columns. There appears to be some signs on one end of the corridor at a T intersection. They are written in ancient Iss, but you can see tracks that lead to the left.
Oh, well, I'm going to go there. I don't know what that says. Not exactly my forte.
Sure.
I do have lore as a skill, but I don't know if that would apply to these.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's fine then. Not going to worry about it. The tracks are what I'm worried about, and I'm going to continue down the path.
Okay.
Oh, it is pretty. I like the old architecture.
As you walk, you feel your feet kind of sponging a little bit into the floor. It's not like a whole lot like any surface you're really familiar with.
Oh, it's not.
The closest
it's not
thing.
stone.
No, it's not stone. It looks like it might be, but it's definitely not. As you approach the left side of this T intersection, you see some kind of a membrane. It's partly open in the center, like an aperture, but it's definitely not inorganic.
Like an organic door?
That's right. From within this door, you can hear the voices of your friends.
I'd love to hear what they're saying before I go through this nightmare orifice.
Well,
Lift this way.
they seem agitated. They seem as though they're yelling a little bit. Maybe
Watch out!
maybe scared.
I can't believe we did that!
Okay, that's bad.
Chris? Are you good?
Doing my best.
Listen to me. If Grizz has to go, she has to go.
We gotta get out of here!
No, we'll sacrifice.
What do you do, Leaf?
Is it like I have to peel the dang thing open?
You can try. Yeah, you can try.
I'll try.
As you approach it, it starts to open.
Don't like that.
Yeah,
but
it starts to get a little bit wider. But as you get even closer still, it closes again.
I poke it a bit with the pickaxe.
Nothing happens, but your friends are getting agitated.
Hello?
Something about a switch or a lever. Couldn't quite tell.
Pull it up.
Hey!
What?
Hey, can you hear me? No, shit. Okay, I'm going to try to break this thing open with my pickaxe.
Sure.
It's organic, maybe it tears.
Yeah. Sure. You go ahead and make me an attack roll. Make me a might roll.
This was a light weapon.
Oh, make me a light weapon attack.
Thank you, I'm not trained in it. I have this because I can use it. An 18.
Inside the room, Grizz, you are mortified at the massive the massive thing that's making its way towards you. Its many legs are drawing huge just gouges into the floor. You can hear the sounds. It's reaching under the bars as they're rising slowly. Like they're not rising fast enough for it. And it's getting further and further into the room. You can see the gouging in the floor getting closer and closer, but you still can't quite see it. The only thing you can see every so often is a little flash, a little shimmer. But they're happening in places you don't really expect, like much further to the right than you think and much further up than you think.
Oh, Grace, watch out!
Remember, you said you were going to be nice if we released you. You said that you were going to be good. You said you promised. Please be good.
You gotta get the door open. You have to get the door open and it wants to go in. Find a switch.
Open the door! And we start flipping switches.
As you flip all of these switches, the door where you guys came from opens, and you see Leaf standing there with a pickaxe, trying desperately with like a pickaxe with some goopy blood on it, trying to get in.
It's a murderer.
No, it's... Oh, you found the door. What the hell is that?
Get in here.
That's a good question.
Flip switches now, Leaf. Here. This one.
What?
Grab
What
it.
am I doing? What? Run in.
I'll just shine my light in directions.
Yeah. When you do manage to shine that light, it flashes wildly across the room to end up at Leaf. But for the briefest moment, you can see again some shimmering happening in places you're not really expecting, much taller than you think this thing is shimmer, flashing almost. And
no.
you can see it now beginning to be agitated when these shimmers start happening a little bit more and a little bit more, and almost as if it's flicking around. And Grizz, being the closest, here you immediately begin to see something. You for the first time, you're beginning to see a part of this creature, but it's not something you recognize immediately off the bat. It's a line almost, a line in three-dimensional space. You just see a line. And as you tilt your head a little bit, you see that it's curved around like the letter C, but away from you. And this line eventually opens up, and you just see rows and rows and rows, endless rows of yellow teeth.
Hello. Would you care to tell me your name before I expire?
Just get up. I don't think you can sit there and talk to it. Get over here now and flip some switches. You know what it wants to do. Where it wants to go. Come on.
We gotta get out of here!
What is
There's
happening?
a crashing sound as the bars bend instantly, and you just hear the portal behind you guys opens at the last moment when Pliers finishes ramming the switch down. The circular entry to it expands, and Grizz, you feel only a breeze across the side of your face. Your hair twists in this breeze, and then nothing. Pliers, you're pushed a little bit, but nothing else. And
I have everything.
suddenly there's nothing. You're here.
What did you all do? What? Hey, And
Aged? I feel like I'm 40 years older. Oh.
Leaf, you made it! And I'll just go and shake Leaf. I'll just shake Leaf and I'll hug Leaf, and I'll say, I'm just so happy you made it out of that god awful party. What happened to you?
I got separated, and I think I was being chased by the thing that was all goopy and tentacly, and tore everything apart, and everyone that was in its path, I think. I found a leg,
You found a leg?
Well, yeah, well, there was the body next to it, too.
You recognize the leg, Pipit.
Oh, so he brought the leg.
Oh, no, I did not bring the leg.
Oh, okay, okay.
Never mind.
No, it's fine because I have this. Was it a very rudimentary, almost light oak prosthetic leg with F carved into it with a J and a P?
I didn't see any carvings as I was kind of moving fast, but it was a prosthetic. It just wasn't attached anymore.
Ugh, poor Frank. The good ones go down fast. I hope they didn't suffer.
I don't think you can suffer too much in that many pieces.
Oh, Grizz, are you okay? Did it eat you? Are you missing any limbs? I can make you prosthetics. If something's hanging off, I can cut the rest off. I start pulling out like saws and stuff. Come on over.
I'm not eaten, but I'm going to need a moment to collect myself, I think.
Collect yourself. What are you missing? I can get a nice little prosthetic ready.
Well, I mean, I'm definitely missing quite a bit of the confidence I thought I had.
No, I can't fix that. Sorry.
So what was that? The night? What was that?
That Leaf was a Lacertian. I told you I've seen them before. Terrifying, wasn't it?
Why was that here?
I mean, I turn to Pliers and I say, well, Pliers, clearly the Cassad had to have been studying it. These Lacertians are so elusive. Of course they had to capture one and learn of its properties. They're all so mysterious. This one defied all the laws, all the things that I expected.
Grizz,
It seemed to know quite a bit about, everything. It doesn't read minds, we tested it, but it does, it can mimic a Tisk and a Totson and maybe even a Cassat.
Grizz,
I think it lies really well.
As you're saying all this to the cell, the rest of you notice that Grizz's hair is still kind of standing a little bit on end, and Grizz, you feel like the little hairs on your body are just like standing on end.
So you want to get that?
I'm trying to keep it together.
I think you need to sit down, and I'll look at Grizz, and I'll try to determine if she's suffering from shock. I want to do an evaluation.
Yeah. How do you do the evaluation?
I hop on and pull out my kit, whatever I need to do to, I have some abilities, but I think the one that I want to use during combat. So if there's any affliction from either a substance or something like that, like maybe the Lacertian put something out in the air because Grizz was so close. Yeah, I can determine the effects. Yes.
Yeah, you've got a little pack, a little kit with you. There's a small lensatic in there, and got some vials and some maybe like a tongue depressor you've got in there. You've got like a little miniature doctor's kit. It says Siltco on the side.
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you go about the inspection? What do you do to Grizz specifically?
I want to check Grizz's eyes.
Okay. Just look at them?
I want to study them and make sure that they're not having like an immediate reaction. And then I want to do a once over, make sure Grizz isn't harmed, like there's no cuts.
At any point do you touch Grizz?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. The second you do, the very moment you do, you get a little to your hand.
Fascinating. You're electrified? And
Ooh.
from that, I don't continue to touch Grizz after that. But I want to determine if this is something I've seen before.
No.
Is that a compliment, or are you saying something's wrong with me?
Hold still. And I'll walk over and I'll whip out a syringe. Hold still.
Just be still.
Arm.
It'll go faster this way.
And I'll just go ahead and take the blood.
Yeah, as soon as you put that metal syringe into Grizz, you too get a little.
Go.
It's not.
Can I?
It's not hard enough to take any damage, but
It
it's
was
a
just
little
a shock. It shocked
surprising.
me a little bit.
A little bit.
Ooh. All right, hold on. And I want to take some of the blood. And then I'm going to file it in the file.
The blood
I'm only
repository.
missing- I'm only missing one more person's blood, but I have to get it without them knowing.
Blood
They're
library.
biologists.
I write the effects down in my journal. I say,
First interaction with Lacertian seems to have left over a residue of electricity. Fascinating.
Leaf, as you regard this room, it's you notice there to be a row of like 8 huge cassat that are just totally motionless but enormous. Much larger and different than the other cassat you've seen before. They're bigger and like broader and pointier. Got too many eyes, and their mouth is just has way too many teeth. They've got like an extra set of mandibles. Just huge, but motionless.
They're not statues, they're just dead?
They're not statues.
What are these? Where
Don't worry
even
about
are
those.
we?
Collectibles. Yep. Nothing to worry about.
How do you collect something that big?
They
Well,
have
I mean-
names on them. There's placards with each of them, and there's years. So maybe this is just a collection of, I don't know, people, cassat, that are important. Maybe admirals, people high up in their rank.
Oh, what is it? A mausoleum or something?
Hold still, Grizz.
Sorry.
and then I think we kind of determined last time. We'll turn to Leaf while they're looking and we're studying Grizz, and we'll say,
We think there's some sort of husk or armor, or they shed this. This is one of the soldiers that walk around out here.
Bolt. Something. Skin.
But why are they different?
Oh, those.
I mean-
I don't know.
Soldiers don't all look the same, Leaf.
These
No.
particular soldiers they look the same to each other, but they're different than cassat you may have seen before.
I beat a
What
front
an
runner.
assumption.
No, but they look.
Yeah,
no, but
see.
they look. They don't look. They look different.
Yes,
They're-
well, the creature that tore our poor friend apart in the sewers, or occupied his body, that's also a cassat. It's a
Yeah.
Tosha cassat, and they live, if I recall correctly, by the water and the beach. So, sorry, trying to be still. They live by the water and the beach, and they are goopy, apparently. It's disgusting.
So these are an even different one. They're just that aren't around. Hey, what the heck?
Yes, I think they're from the north.
Well, Grizz, unfortunately, your blood is normal.
Oh, it is? Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
I'm done. I don't.
One more question. Where I wasn't really able to look and see anything. Where the hell did the Lacertian thing go?
Over there. Yeah. So I had business. I passed that door apparently. So whatever's over there, I hope it's doing his thing, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd kind of rather be on their side. That thing is huge.
I ain't going to fight it, I tell you what.
I think it wanted revenge,
Yeah.
according to when Grizz
told it
was
about-
talking to it. Yeah.
Yeah. You should have told it about Goopy. Then it can go down there and do whatever it need to do with that thing.
It was following me, by the way.
Yeah.
The tushy one.
Sounded
With
like
whispers.
a toilet flushing. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it sounded goopy and all. No whispers, just a lot of splorchy grossness.
Oh,
Yes. It
Leaf.
followed us here too.
Leaf doesn't know. That was our friend in the
What?
sewers. Yeah,
Ain't made
you
no
were
friend
you
with
said it. You said it earlier, Grizz, but we didn't quite explain it. That cassette that was lurking around in the sewers, that was I believe Ansel.
Yeah, I remember that. He burst out of him with the artifact to put the hands on. Which do you have that? Where's the thing, the box?
I turned to Grizz.
Shakily kind of pulls back like a bit of their kind of overcoat and shows the hilt. There's like a hilt there of a large kind of sword situation, but then like the dagger part of it, like the blade part of it, is really short and small, and they're kind of storing it in the side of their outfit.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like a weapon, but at the same time, what has anyone to do with this?
Fight? I don't know. Maybe it's a strong thing that can fight the cassette.
I mean, perhaps the Tausha did seem to want it.
But it's your friend?
Well,
not my
it
friend.
was our friend.
Why is
I
it
don't know
not
that.
in him? Well, yeah, but I mean,
Ansel
So-
was really nice, and we really liked him, but then he revealed himself to be taken over by this creature.
Well, see what had happened was I went to go get his blood, and then when I did that, it sounded like a deflating balloon, and all this goopy stuff started coming out. So I think
I
it
was
was probably
there.
trying to take over your body as well. Lee.
so that's what them.
To hear
Oh.
some noises further into the not the portal where Leaf came from, but the portal that the one creature escaped through.
Oh gosh.
It's
Wait.
dark down that way, but you hear noises.
Leaf.
Yeah.
When you came through, you came through the way that we came through. Did you
Yeah.
did you leave the door open?
The hatch and the floor.
Yeah,
I sealed it. I put my old hoe in there.
Wait a
you
minute.
did.
I sealed
Yeah.
it. How the heck did you get it open?
I opened it with tools in my hands,
Oh no.
Oh
but I
God!
sealed it again.
With what?
No, we gotta get out of here.
A hoe?
I said I was being followed by the splorchy thing.
She
Wait,
just put
you're
a
right.
stick
We
inside
gotta
it?
go.
Oh god. Time to go.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
I thought you said it was a friend.
Not anymore.
My friend.
Well, that's what I was asking.
Not
Oh, no.
Nope. Let's go. We gotta.
I
Grizz is
start.
like already on
God.
the other side of the room. Grizz is
Yeah.
already like,
I'm scuttling across with them.
If that's the case, I'm going to run over to where that portal was, or closer. If there's a hallway, I'm going to put down a thing I had, which is small vent mantle vice trap. Just plop it on the floor, open it up, and back the fuck away.
I'm out.
You'd like to deploy a trap?
Yes.
Hey, that takes time. Get your ass over here, Leaf.
Yeah, you begin to lean down to put this trap on the floor,
God.
but something touches your ear. When you reach up to feel it, it's liquid. Some kind of liquid.
I'm going to get away from that now.
You look up and you just see a trail above you of mucus. You follow the mucus down the length of the room, and you can see it ending inside of one of the carapaces left behind by the Altless Cassant. We'll be right back with the second half of Issliss Season 1, Episode 20. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Issliss, episode 20. My name is Veronica Ripley. Big thank you to everybody who has supported the stream so far. Be sure to check out merch.fablescraps.com to become a member and get access to the super cool podcast called Leftovers, where we talk with the cast after every episode and get everybody's favorite moments and like go into some of what went on in the writing room for this episode. So check it out. It's merch.fablescraps.com. Become a member there. Twitch subs get a discount, which is pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get into it. You're all in this room. Behind you is a portal that leads into the darkness somewhere where you've heard a few noises and the thing in the cage seemed to go that way. In front of you, where Leaf was just trying to set up a trap, you've seen this portal from where you came from, right? This portal that leads into this room. But along the ceiling, there's this mucus, and it ends inside, at the far end of the room, inside one of these massive cassette carapaces.
All right, Grizz, I think you're good. Leaf, we gotta go.
There's the goopies above us.
Are you here? Over here. Hurry up.
Go over there.
Come on.
But it's go. Okay. I'm gonna join them.
I'm going to the portal.
We gotta go.
Bye.
Which one you going to?
The one that the big thing went out.
Oh, God, that's awful. Okay, I'll run that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna submit myself to this portal. See you later. And then I'm going there.
Okay, you guys all run through the portal.
I do my best to run. Yes.
Okay.
Quickly.
Everyone make me a stride check.
I was built for this.
I was not.
You can
Oh,
hear
boy.
something begin to start creaking.
Chunk. I'm so validated.
Ooh, Leaf, that's a 9, huh?
Yep. I'm good at sneaking, not running.
Uh-huh.
18.
I'm out. My calves are bulging.
And 10.
Oh, God. I'm gonna hold my hand out, whoever's closest to me.
Riz and Pliers, you two are just bolt. You're through the portal immediately, but Leaf and Pivot, as you both are staring at this thing beginning to start moving and creaking, you're stepping backwards, both of you, and Leaf, you stumble a bit into Pipit. You both fall to the ground.
Come on, we gotta get out.
Yeah, getting up.
It's moving closer. It's getting bigger and beginning to stand.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
like
God.
that. Get moving. And I'm like trying to
Scramble to your feet, yeah.
push you ahead of me as best I can.
Yep. I start
see-
to try to move.
You see its head move to you and lock on to you, Leaf.
Aye, we freed you. You liked that, right? That was good, yeah? You don't need to worry about us. Okay, bye.
You guys make it through the portal. Briz and Pliers are a little further ahead. You can see them running down this long corridor.
Oh, yeah, I'm really running as quick as I'm able to.
Briz, Pliers, you two are just right next to each other, keeping pace. Trying to make your way through this corridor. And you begin to see a light at the end of this tunnel. It's not like the effluvium lights. It's almost like they're nearly like daylight. You can feel the sensation of moving upwards, like you're having to climb a hill through this corridor. And when you finally end up at the other end of this corridor, you see what appears to be glass. And the glass looks out into a control room with some equipment and some tables, and there is another portal here.
Is there any switches or anything?
There is inside of the control room.
Oh yeah.
We're right
That's away from
behind
that
you.
thing.
Yeah,
Hurry up!
we're trying.
Yeah, I want to get in.
As you approach the door, it begins to open, but as you get closer to it, it begins to close again.
I go and stand where Pliers was
Oh, right.
standing
It begins
when
to,
it started to open.
begins to slowly open.
All right, I'll have this thing open in a jiff. Is
Please.
there enough space for me to squeeze in?
There is.
Oh, no. Well, I'll go in butt first. That's where I'm heaviest.
You can hear in the distance. You can feel it more than you can hear it, just like a thudding, many, many legs. Pliers, you're inside the control room and you see the switch. It's right next to the door, but it's heavy. Make me a might check.
Throw my back into it.
Summon your strength. You can do it.
Oh gosh, I don't know if I can.
If I make it, can I help?
Can I throw myself onto it if I see pliers?
If you make it into the control room,
baby.
If I make it in, yeah.
What kind of dice are those?
That's a 2d3.
Nothing like the dice I just rolled.
oh, it's because you rolled a 2d3, not a 2d6.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That would be a bit odd.
Yeah.
Rolled well for a 2d3.
Yeah, you rolled great for a 2d3.
Can we count it? All right, 2d6.
Okay, yeah, it's a 9. Pliers, you've put all of your weight into this switch. You can hear it cracking, like almost
Is that my back?
breaking. No. The switch itself is beginning to crack and buckle. There's mucus being pulled from every direction, and it's snapping. You do just barely manage to throw the switch. The
My back.
portal begins to hang limply like curtains from the door frame.
Hurry. Oh.
We're on the
Yeah,
way.
Grizz like dives through this broken opening to try to join
I
Pliers.
want to keep my hand on this portal thing.
We're
the
getting
switch.
there.
Yeah, you guys have made your way through the portal. Yeah, you're into the control room.
Can I close this? Pull it back the other way?
You can try.
Heck yeah. Hey, help! My back!
Yup, helping.
You guys,
Yeah, I want to pull it.
Leaf and Pliers, you both manage to throw the switch back up the other way. It's not as difficult, and the membrane returns to its previous rigidity.
Oh. My back.
Okay, we need to move away from this thing. That big thing probably could just walk through these.
You look through the window into the darkness in this slanted tunnel. You can't see anything in it. It's too dark.
Except for maybe a person who can see better in the dark.
Or a person that has a light.
Yeah, I've got.
Torch it, baby.
Yeah, you do. You throw your light down this tunnel, and Leaf, you try to peer through it, but as far as that light can go, it looks like there's nothing there.
Okay, it's either found a different path to get here, or it's just moving slower than we thought. Either way, we shouldn't be next to the glass at all and find a way out of. Where are we?
It sounds like we have two things chasing us. This Lacertian and also that giant Admiral Robo Cassat thing.
It's
Maybe-
fine. This is good news because
It
if
might-
one sees the other.
They hate each other. Yeah. Okay.
It's true.
We need them to cross paths. We're the bait. Let's get to it. We gotta run.
Who's the bait? I'm on the bait. Let's go.
You look around the control room, and you find that it's sort of it's a little bit taller than you would expect, and a lot of the equipment is really more at like your shoulder height. So you kind of have to stand on your guys' tiptoes to see a lot of the items here. But there are just a vast assortment of scientific machinery. There's you find a ton of special types of like a keyboard almost. It's like a typing machine, but it's angled with all the keys facing away from you, so you have to hold it like this to type. It's a really common thing to see in bureaucracy, but it's usually meant for larger hands. You find just various equipment. You find supplies. You find a lot of papers. And there's some bloodstains on the carpeted interior in here.
It's
What?
not very encouraging.
No.
Blood.
Is everything like human sized? How old is this place?
Judging from the interior of this place, you would suspect that this is singularly more recent, certainly more advanced than the rest of what you've seen in this facility so far.
What is this for?
Can we determine what this control room controls?
Yeah, you guys
Is
can,
it just doors?
You guys can make me a detect check.
I can do that. I know how to do those things.
I have some detect in my life.
You can still distantly hear the sounds, the thrumming of the machine, the effluvium works, the juicer, the rabbit crushing machine, pulling rabbit pulp out and refining effluvium somewhere in this facility. It's difficult to say where.
Oh.
Wow, you guys did great, huh?
Grizz did incredible.
Yeah, Grizz. Grizz, you're walking around this facility, this control room, and you look back to where this window and the portal was, and it seems to be steadily holding. But on the other side of the room, you notice there's another portal. But it's not like the other portal. It's more like just a regular door. It's heavy, like a big steel, maybe looking type of door. But it opens from the center. And it's a design that you've seen before, that all of you have seen before, on back aboard the Devotion.
Do you all see this door at the end? It looks heavy, but that's really by human standards. It doesn't
Should we
make
go
me feel,
through it?
It doesn't make me feel particularly protected, but if that's our way out of this room,
One more thing,
perhaps.
Chris. As you're walking past this, through this room, you look over to your left, and you, amongst all of the hanging, what look to be like blueprints or designs, amongst all of the scrawling on the walls and on the sheets on the floor, you see what appears to be like a recess in the wall, and you notice that that there's like a little latch on this recess. Since you rolled an 18 and detect.
What do you think this does?
It's right by the big heavy door.
They walk right up to it.
Sure.
Do you think this is like the switch to open it?
Difficult to say.
Only one way to
Alright.
find out.
All right, I'm going to try. They kind of steel their shoulders.
Yeah.
And reach out.
Yeah, you'll need to make me a mechanics check. Or one of you will.
I don't
I
have
could
mechanics.
probably do it if you're not feeling confident. It's my specialty. I could smell oil or something.
Yes, I think
Fluvium.
you
I
should
don't
do
know
it.
what it is.
I
got it. Don't worry.
Pliers
Thank
pushes
you, Pliers.
pushes your way through the group. You heard something mechanical.
Yeah.
Like a
machinery
sixth
is my
sense.
baby. I love machinery so much. What is it? All right, it's hard for me to see in these dang goggles. Okay. Okay. Oh, I did it again. I did something wrong again.
Oh yeah, it's you roll a d5. You got to roll a
Jesus,
d3d6.
All right, I said it's hard to see anything.
That's okay. The light
a plus.
here is really dim. It's lit by this violet glow.
There we go.
The effluvium
Oh,
lamp.
that was
25.
almost a crit.
25. That's wild. But the light in here is a little bit brighter than the rest because as you look up, you can see what appears to be just a little, like a big pane of glass, but beyond it is just like a pinpoint of what appears to be daylight. With a 25 mechanic skill, Pliers, it's rather trivial for you to
Basic.
make your way through this lock. It's not one that you have a ton of experience with, and it's something that maybe you haven't necessarily seen a whole lot of, but it doesn't appear to be actually engaged. It just looks like somebody half-heartedly closed it without actually locking it, and you manage gracefully to swing open this what appears to be a safe. Inside, you find two effluvium flings. It's It's a weapon that attaches to one of your arms.
Oh my god.
You equip it with these with effluvium cores,
Oh my god.
and it fires freezing cold effluvium up to
Oh my
one
God.
zone away before the gas evaporates, and it requires tiny effluvium cores. You find 4 tiny effluvium cores. They are of they are of advanced quality.
Everyone, gather around.
What?
I'm bearing gifts, baby. And I'll just like pull them out, and I'll attach mine first because I have a core, a special one that's really full of fluvium fuel.
Yeah, you'll only be able to equip tiny effluvium cores to this, and you can use the 4 that are there.
Oh, fine, trivial, but okay. I'll put them together. No, wait, do they have fuel in them or no?
The fuel is the effluvium core.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was because I remember I smelled and all that. Anyway, I'm like,
Effectively
everyone,
what?
lend me your arms. And this time I'm not taking blood. I'm adding something to it.
I hold my hand out.
A Pippin always positive about it. And I'll strap. Ha! Hold on to that thought. Give me your arms, and I'll just go around feeling like a proud dad. Yeah.
Am I correct? There were 2 of the weapons and 4 shots for the weapons total.
That's right. Unless any of you has a tiny effluvium core.
No.
No.
So you and Pippet would get 1 each, and then you'd have 2 shots each if you split it.
Oh.
It's more than enough.
Yes,
Okay,
I've
fine.
got.
Well,
I hold up the blade flinger. I've got these
heck
I
is
found
that?
on. It shoots blades. I found
Oh my
it
gosh.
next to legless man.
legless. Okay, all right, cool. That works. And I'll just give Grizz my other bolt gun. Be like, you can dual wield this. There you go.
Thank you.
Since I'm gonna use this if I need something ranged, I hand you 10 incendiary bolts I had and haven't used yet, Grizz.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. I will try not to set anyone on fire.
That would be wise.
Right.
So how do we get out of here? I don't think this is a place to meander after big nightmares.
Can you? Is that in our inventory? I need to learn how to. What is it again?
I posted it in the
Okay, thank you. That's what I was looking for.
inside
All right, while
of this
Leaf
room.
is looking, I'll show Pippet how it operates.
Sure. So who has?
So how does this work?
There you go. Press this and do that. Sorry.
Awesome. Okay, I
Fantastic.
think I have the hand. I've got the hang of this.
you
And I'll put this in my inventory.
you see the massive door, this big metal door with opens in the center, just sort of right next to you guys. It's still there, and it's you can almost begin to hear some noises from beyond it, mechanical in nature.
Do I smell it? I do. I'll walk over and I'll definitely want to investigate it.
Sure. It's a door. You can open it. There's a handle there. You've
Well.
seen doors like this before, sort of, on the devotion.
Oh. Oh man, I just have flashbacks. And I'll open the door.
Yeah. As you do, you are all immediately a little bit struck by the relative brightness of this place. Your vision just becomes just white for a moment because this place is mildly lit by daylight. As much daylight as you can get in a place like Lemeret, and as much daylight as you can get through these huge skylights that adorn this massive cavernous interior. And when you walk forward through this portal, you're on essentially a catwalk. The catwalk overlooks a gargantuan room, and in this room are laid out a row of what you appear to be slabs connected by cables, and several tanks and machinery that's very similar to what you saw at the botanical gardens. You can find rows and rows of storage and containers. There's some tables. There's a crane in the center of this building. But what strikes you the most is just an absolutely stunningly big piece of machinery. It is long and it's sort of dark in color. There's tubes and wires running into it at various angles. A part of it is kind of smoking a bit. It seems to be made of metal, and there's a hatch leading inside to this device. As you make your way, as your eyes make their way like across the room, you see that the device is being, parts of the device are being lifted and reset by this crane, and it appears that the device is on some railing system, but all of the cables that come off of this device are leading into these big tanks and machinery. You see a lot of tools and items kind of strewn around, and you see some carpeting kind of haphazardly placed in here. It's tatters. There's lots of jagged little holes and cuts into it, and there's just a lot of blood kind of littering the floor. You see some tracks, and that's about it.
Oh my!
Wait,
What is this place?
what was the thing that we were supposed to destroy?
This feels like, do you think this could be where they made that Ingman cube?
Maybe, but they did say a big thing in the big basement area in a big cavern to destroy, and that's a big looking fancy thing.
That's true.
And I think I see tracks. Can I make out from here what the tracks look like?
They're metallic. They're perpendicular, or excuse me, they're parallel to each other.
Yeah.
They seem to run along the device. You've seen carts on rails before. They're never self-powered. They're always powered by humans pulling them.
Hey, that thing runs on it. That's weird. And blood. It's too far away for me to see how fresh. Should we go check it out? See if maybe our little mechanic friend can make that inoperable?
I could, but if that thing that left out that cage is in here, then that's what they want.
Is that what they want, or is that they just wanted to get out and take care of some cassette?
I don't know. Hey, Pippet, what do you think? You know these things?
I think it was on a revenge path. I don't think it cares about this stuff.
Great, let's blow it up.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you hear some movement. Footsteps.
From where?
From just beyond the visible side of one of these storage shelves, and you see something moving. It's big and it's blue. There's a blue kind of robe kind of flowing around this creature, and it calls over to towards the back of the room, and you can just hear it speaking sort of broken low human. It says,
Sergets, brother. Sergets, Lance, brother.
and you hear a call from somewhere behind the device. You just hear,
Naxaras, brother.
Does anyone understand that?
do any of you speak Is?
I speak rough Is.
You can glean that there's some technical problem.
There's a technical problem. I can't quite make out what it is, but there is an issue. If we're going to destroy this thing, we're going to have to be very quiet and very fast.
Who's talking?
I can't quite tell. They're in blue robes.
Robes? Only things I know
Yes.
wear robes are
You hear the sound.
at least family.
You hear the sound of a door somewhere beneath you opening. And you hear the sound of a very large creature.
God.
And it seems to be walking away from you towards the voices. And you just hear it breathing. It's back to somewhere you can't see beneath you. You hear some noises, then you hear nothing. The Tisk are complaining to each other, it seems. And then they fall silent.
What are they doing?
Silent?
Do you think they're also infiltrating this area?
No, I don't think so. They might be working together.
This is Kasat territory. If there's Tisk in here, that's...
Well, I mean, remember what they said,
And I'm whispering this.
they said that they were going to be showcasing their technology here. I don't know if there's any funny business going on, but maybe it's not so weird that they're going back and forth. I don't know.
Possible Providence didn't want Kasat and Tisk to work together. Maybe start a war. The war that actually never exists anymore.
And well, Pippet, that hits Pippet hard, just the idea of it. And she just kind of takes a moment, breathes that in, and then she says,
Does it matter?
No,
Are we
it
gonna
doesn't.
do this? Are
I
we?
think that these people weren't putting humans in weird machine boxes. Whatever they're doing here is not going to be good.
I don't like it here. I don't like it here at all.
I'm
If we
going to.
don't destroy it, we'll have to deal with Providence.
Oh, I'm okay with destroying it. I just don't know how yet.
Now, let me see it. Just get me close, and I can probably make it go boom.
Here, I can scout ahead. We're on the
Yeah.
catwalk. They went silent, so be quiet because they might be listening. And I'm going to, if this is the catwalk we're on, I'm going to move to the right as quietly and unseen as possible.
Okay. Make me a stalk check.
Very good. A 13.
Okay. Yeah, you do. Go ahead and move your token.
Okay. Can't see the bottom of the map, but the idea was I wanted to get over to this side. So, I swear I'm not flying.
Sure. Yeah, you do. From this angle, you can see the crane a little bit better. There's a portal that leads inside this massive machine, and you can see a little bit better that near to the doors of this machine are what appear to be slabs designed for like human-sized slabs. They don't appear to be like the same size as the rows and rows of them. In fact, they appear to be torturous. There are strewn implements, a little bit of broken glass. There's a lot of just garbage on the
am
floor.
I able, now that I'm looking, I'm kind of following slowly, a little closer into the room. after Leaf goes in and I look at one of these, I'm assuming tables, do I recognize like these tools and can I understand what, because I see the blood, I see the tools, can I understand like what this is for or like what they're doing?
Given the medical knowledge you possess, it appears inconsistent with helping anyone.
Yeah, that made sense.
It appears inconsistent with making anyone feel better.
I want to go further and say, does it look like they're removing parts, inhibiting whoever they're putting on the table? I'm curious about the process.
You wouldn't necessarily be able to tell without getting closer to either one of these slabs, whichever one you want.
I'll try. I'll try.
You'll hop down from the catwalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll move myself.
Go ahead.
I have the blade bandy out now. I've put the pickaxe away.
Okay.
And I'm watching Pipit from above.
Sure. Pipit, you are you're crouched very low at this slab in front of you, and you see that it's got like a little bit of an indent for like a human shape to it. But it is definitely got restraints. There's several tubes, there's lots of needles here. They all appear to be, as you look past this to the other slabs, they all appear to have some sort of apparatus that wraps around what would be like the chest area. And there's just a lot of blood. There's also a tube that comes out the back. It's very similar to the tube you guys cut at the Botanical Gardens, and it leads into a machine, which then leads into what appears to be a tank.
I assume the worst. I just kind of observe, and then I'll try to creep back to the group. And if that's a desk, I wonder if I can go under the catwalk and start heading towards that desk, correct?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. And I'll just start doing that, but if somebody else is doing anything, I'm sure it'll take me a minute.
Okay.
And I'll start rifling through the stuff.
Yeah. Go.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, you hear a sound. It's difficult to discern exactly what it is at first. But it's one that you feel familiar, like maybe you've heard it before.
I get really quiet.
A presence looms just on the other side of this storage container, and you hear it. You hear it begin to you see suddenly a long head with just a long, uncomfortably long face lilting into the air through this storage unit. You can see it tasting the air with its nose, and it's looking around slowly and carefully.
Can I see from the angle I'm at?
You cannot.
Okay. Then I don't.
I shrink behind the desk.
It takes a step, and you hear it.
Let me know when I can see it, because I am watching.
It's just become visible to you, Leaf, and you can see it's a tisk of a slightly smaller stature than what you're used to seeing, like Providence, but it's a little bit smaller than Providence. It's wearing blue robes that are kind of tattered and a little bit stained, but the robes are open, and you notice that this particular tisk has some kind of design on its chest, where hair just isn't growing.
Like a brand?
Like a brand.
Ugh. Okay, if I see it there looking around like sniffing, and I see Pippet there, I'm going to do something kind of stupid.
I'll try to get, I'll start receding as well as I can.
I'd like...
Excuse me. As you round the corner, Pippet, you find yourself directly up against a looming figure, and it peers down at you with bright yellow eyes, bloodshot, stained, and its lips curl back. And it says,
Oh, it's the human. Brother! I found it.
I look up and I slowly get into a defensive position.
sure. The other test starts around the corner.
I would love to fire my little blade dearly.
I back up and I look at both of them in the eyes. And I'm looking at them. They don't seem to want to talk, right? Like, they're not really talking.
The one of them's talking to you.
Oh, I have a terrible idea, if I can.
Yeah, what is,
With my blade.
what's that?
You first.
Yeah, so... oh god, it's... where is it? There it is. Okay. Intimidate. I can use a weapon skill for this, but I'm not aiming at them. I stand up, point my weapon at this machine with that is attached to the big whatever vehicle, transport, whatever it is. And just yell, I'd suggest you stop moving before I shoot this and destroy your machine.
You see one of the Tisk, the one closest to you, rear its head back, snaps towards you, and looks at you. It begins to make a noise. It goes...
If you think I'm bluffing, then I'm going to shoot.
Go ahead and make a weapon skill check for me, please.
Okay. For the intimidate?
For the intimidation, yeah.
Yeah. That's a 16.
16, huh? Okay, let me check the sheet really quickly. Maybe it'll work.
If it doesn't, I'm just going to fire then. That's the backup plan. I'm not bluffing.
Let's see, what do I have to beat here?
Oh, I wish that wasn't a 2 in that mix. 2 5s I'll take.
You have to beat... Oh, no.
I figured it wasn't quite enough.
You have to beat a 3d6 plus 9. Oops. Oh, jeez. Whoops, I did that wrong.
Oh, I hope they roll poorly. Ah!
Ooh. The creature looks back towards you. It too has just these big bright eyes with bloodshot, and you can see some stains, some matted fur along its throat and its mouth. It's different, slightly different, slightly different color of coat than Providence was, but you can see most certainly there's that design on its front. And it looks up at you, and with one swooping motion, it makes its way up onto the catwalk with you, Leaf.
If I have time... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just going to ask, does it smell him?
Oh, it came up to me. I stood up and yelled at it. It didn't need to smell me to see
You
me.
should smell like, it's just pheromones at this point. Aren't you like the
I am anointed, but may not care.
armpit? Oh,
On that note, I want to, if they start leaping and closing in, I want to say,
Providence sent us. You don't want to interfere with their plans, right?
The Tisk are talking, chittering to each other in Is, and the one closest to you is regarding you with a massive look of as much skepticism as a Tisk can muster on their terrible little faces.
I'm sure.
The Tisk up by Leaf begins to just.
You like to play games, Nakata human.
The moment it gets any closer, I'm going to jump off and glide to the machine over there. If it gets any closer.
We like to play games too, little human.
I'm not playing games.
And I have nothing.
Outside, little brother. Let us play a game, little human. Oh, you can play games, yes? You are interested?
I'm just staring at it.
We will allow your friend here to live. You tell us where the others are.
Overmind, can I roll a lore check to know what that symbol is carved into its chest?
Absolutely, make me a lore check.
Max, thank you.
14. Yeah, you know exactly what it is. It's they're heretics.
Oh, really?
Shit! That's bad. Okay. All right.
You know what the robes are too. They're scientists.
Well,
boy.
they're scientists. They can live.
All right.
Human, are you anointed?
Oh, that sucks.
I'm not responding at this point. I'm just waiting for it to get closer.
What god do you pray, little human?
Can I take an action and talk to Whisper to Grizz?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
It turns around.
yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work, but they're probably dead. So I don't want to leave them like I normally. My schedule tells me to run right now. But let me just say that maybe we should say that there is a assertion running around. What do you think that'll spook them?
I mean, I do think that might help, at least a little bit. I don't think that I can, I don't have the skills to necessarily persuade them. I don't think I can.
Can you mimic a assertion? You heard it enough. It went by your head.
I can only do people, and really, I didn't hear its actual voice. It only mimicked like I do.
Okay.
Flyers, do you move at all? Are you still here?
Nope.
Stock still.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to hold my arm out and look at Grizz, be like, and I'm just gonna aim that device, but I'm not gonna do anything else.
Yeah, this is a tactical moment. I think whichever Tisk Pliers is aiming at, I aim at the other one
Okay.
with my auto bolt, and I just sit quietly and try to decide what to do.
I'm trying not to breathe.
Sounds good to me. You guys see, all of you are looking at this Tisk that's right by Leaf.
You are anointed, aren't you?
It's drooling. There's so much drool and it's dripping.
Will you play the game with us?
I said I'm not playing games.
it takes us another step towards
Then
you.
I jump off and glide to the machine as I was waiting for it to do that.
Don't they do that too? Oh God.
I think that was an acrobatics check, yeah?
Where do you end up?
I want to land on that machine that has the tube attached to it. This one right here.
Okay.
My goal is to land on it and just the moment I can with my loaded blade slinger, fire into it.
Okay, so you go ahead and land where you were going to land, and I'll need everybody to roll for combat.
Goodbye.
Everybody, they know we're here. We're
Well,
Wait a
they might
minute.
not know. I did not betray you, by the way.
I know.
told them nothing. Just no.
I'm just looking at the machines that are attached to it that I could probably manipulate. Wait, where do we do that again? We click on ourselves, right?
That's right. All right. Have you guys seen the combat in the encounter tab up here?
Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Thank you.
Make sure to wait a moment before doing before going. Wait like a good 3 or 4 seconds before the next person does.
Oh, great.
I rolled like
Seems about right.
garbage.
All right.
At least I got to leap away first.
All right. So everybody is where you are for combat. Let's take a quick little look-see here. There's several different actions you can take during your combat phase in Issliss. Players only have a few actions you can take per turn, but you may choose from a larger pool of abilities and tactics that you can use that include general use abilities as well as abilities unique to your specialties. During your turn, you can do either 1 major action and 1 minor action, 3 minor actions, or 1 full action. 1 or 2 reasonable free actions may also be done in a turn, irrelevant to how many other actions are taken. This is all stuff in the book you guys have. You can find that you can end up in a situation where you want to make certain skill checks that you can absolutely do during combat. And attacking, it just requires 1 3d6 roll. In order to do damage, you must get a higher number than your opponent's defense with your attack attempt. Sum of all 3 dice added to your total weapon skill appropriate for that attack. The skills used for the attack attempts are weapons require 2 hands, weapons light require 1 hand, heavy weapons require 2 hands, light is 1 hand, and ranged requires 1 or 2 hands, which has 2 zones of range, and might for unarmed attacks and grappling and throwing has 1 zone of range. I'm just running through these because it's been a very long time since we've done combat. Do you guys feel pretty confident?
Yeah,
Okay.
Not at all.
I feel really confident.
Alrighty. So it looks like Grizz, your role is first.
I have a strange question.
That's right.
So I have skills, and I was wondering if they stack.
Tell me what the
So-
skills are.
Basically, I've got this guy here, which I just got, False Orders. But I've also got this guy, which is Mimic.
Oh, so you want to know if you can mimic and give false orders?
Yes.
Okay. I will say yes, but I'll need I'll use a persuasion roll for it because you're gonna stack them.
Okay,
Is that
persuade
fair?
Tisk specifically, I assume?
If that's who you're trying to persuade, yeah.
Yeah, all right. It's going to be rough. So trying to kind of diffuse the situation as best they can, Grizz kind of scoots away from Pliers, like toward where Leaf is, so that Pliers is still hidden and they don't kind of jeopardize the cover that he has currently. And kind of calls out in the voice of that scientist from the party.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, what is her name?
I can't remember her name, but Pippet was in love with her.
That's right.
Yes.
So smart.
Oh my god. Yeah, Timberland Geist. Her name is Timberland
Yes.
Geist.
Dr. Geist. So I think
That
of
is
the
so smart.
I think of I think it's like the I put on my like Geist deal, and I try to kind of throw my voice and project it so that it like kind of echoes, so they're not sure where it comes from.
Okay.
And I say, what are you doing with these humans? We're supposed to be working and making sure that our plans go through. And this is how you're wasting time playing games, I heard you say? Get back to work. I try really hard.
Okay.
Okay, so I only have I have a 2d6 in this.
Okay.
So
go ahead
for
and
me, y'all.
Go ahead and do the persuasion.
It's gonna be great either way it goes.
Absolutely not the thing I expected was gonna happen here. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes!
All right. Wow, that's incredible. What on earth? 2d6?
Wait,
you got a 16?
It's actually a 15 because I have +6, not +7.
15.
To be honest,
15 makes
yes.
it. Okay. You see the Tisk scientist that's closest to Pippet kind of look back in your direction. Its long head kind of elongates even further, and you see it kind of testing the air, and its eyes kind of lolling back in its head a little bit, trying to like just discern where you're coming from, and it just makes a noise like Do you have a minor action you'd like to do?
I feel like if I move right now, it'll know where I am. So I don't think so.
Okay.
The false order, if that is what I was allowed to do just now, I'll take 1 stress, but they have to re-roll their turn order.
Oh. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Alrighty.
The turn order was good already.
It might be good, you guys.
No,
I
it was
promise.
a 1, I think.
Oh,
That
one
means
of them,
they go first.
They both got a 1, but this second one I'm gonna do might get a different thing.
Bruh.
What you did was re-roll the Tisk so that it's last, like further back than when it rolled a 6, and now the Tisk, both of the Tisk are going after all of the humans are. Phenomenal.
That was so cool.
Outstanding. All right. Fantastic.
Absolute respect.
Well done. Go ahead and take your point of stress. Next up is Pliers.
Gosh, why me? Okay, I know this map is on bands when it comes to zones. The Tisk in front of us is zone 1, and I'm guessing the other one is zone 2?
Yeah, you guys are at an elevation. So zone 1 would be right up against them within reaching distance. Zone 2 is about 10 meters away. And then zone 3 would be further than that. So the Tisk in front of you here would be like zone 2, and then the Tisk on the other side of the room would be like zone 3.
Okay, how far up are we from the ground?
You're a good 15 feet. Like, you could jump. It might hurt. You could probably do it.
I really want to get to one of these machines.
You could try to sneak there.
Me sneak? That's stopped, right? Yeah, nah. I'm terrified for Pippet. It's not really up against Pippet, though. Okay. How far can we move? I gotta remember this. Sorry, I play too many of these things. You can move up to one zone. Is that the thing?
That's right. Unless you have an ability, you can use stride to move.
Right.
We could do it. Yeah. There's you can do movement in combat too. There's
Okay.
let's see here. For your not free actions, for your actions here. It's been a little while since I've done combat.
Yeah, I'm getting systems in my head mixed up.
As a minor action, you can move one zone, but it does trigger an attack of opportunity if one is available. And as a major action, you can move 2 zones.
Wait,
I would say,
you mean if we're next to it?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So I would say that that machine I think you're trying to reach is, I would say that's 2 zones away. It would take a major action to get there.
Okay, that one right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, this thing is connected. It looks like everything is connected with each other.
They all lead to the machine I'm standing on.
Yeah. But this one's connected to a big old generator. Goodness. But if I blow that over, it'll like blow leaf. Leaf might become leaps on a leaf. Well, I tell you what. My concern is Pippet. So I'm going to aim my new baby. I'm going to be like, fly, baby, fly, and I'm going to, I'm going to shoot that influvium, where is it? It's my inventory. Fluvium fling.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. That's a ranged weapon. So go ahead and use those two ranged weapons. But, yeah.
I got some special pliers stuff.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Yeah. Like, surgical strike.
Huh?
You're dang right, baby. We're going in. And this is gonna add my biology bonus to my attacks as well. So, my attempt. All right. Is this a light weapon or a medium? I can't remember.
It's a ranged weapon.
Oh, range. Oh. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give it the business. All right, here we go. I think I destroyed it. I don't know. 31.
You managed to hit it. Yeah, you do manage to hit it. Your dice were 4, 5, and 4. And for ranged attack weapons...
Was it successful?
So the attack was successful. You did manage to hit it.
Wait, there's bleeding now.
Is it bleeding or is it cold?
No, it's whatever cold and bleeding. So now, on top of it, since I succeeded, I take the middle die, and that's bleeding. Yep. You also cause bleeding based on the middle or second lowest die. And I take a stress, because that's like, pretty big stuff.
Okay.
There it is. So, in whatever affects the fluvium skill has, which I can read it. Cold damage. Strong cold damage.
Okay. Good. So for a ranged weapon, you take the middle die, is that right? Or lowest die?
They're both the same in this context either way.
Yeah, we'll just use we'll take 4 damage to the Tisk scientist. You get through its armor, you reach back and click the tiny effluvium cord. You see a spray of vapor as it shoots out towards the Tisk and beans it right in the chest.
So how does this work? It takes cold damage and bleeding?
That's right.
And bleeds.
So it takes 4 bleed. Is that persistent?
It continues to cause the same damage next turn, but reduced by 2 and stops on either reaching 0 or from a successful first aid attempt. So it'll continue taking bleed damage on its next turn.
That's incredible.
So how much damage total? It takes frost damage? I mean,
4 cold, 4
damage?
bleed.
So 8 total?
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I still haven't. Wait, I don't know if that was that has to be a major action. Like,
That was a major, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that all I can do?
You can take a minor action as well.
Minor action. I can run 1 zone.
Yeah. I think is reloading a major, I think, unless you have a feat ability.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay right here. If I need to reload, I'll reload another tank. Or another core.
Reloading is a minor action for this particular weapon.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, that's
reload.
nice.
Okay.
And I'm hiding. I just was like, and then just went back down.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, the thing screams and now Next up is
Tell him to
Pipit.
get to work again.
You are super
Pipit.
mutant. There you go.
Pipit is,
And I was saying Chelsea things and not Pipit stuff. Had to curse behind the scenes.
Pipit, watching all of this go down,
Tries to, because Pipit doesn't want to get closer. Pipit wants to use the sling. Now, it's very new to Pipit. So,
Sure. Ranged,
How
it's a
is-
ranged weapon.
yes. So, okay. So I'll have to use my ranged roll and then roll damage. See if I hit. And then once Pipit does that, she wants to take cover here, no matter the result, no matter what the result is. If she can move and take some cover here, that would be excellent. So I am going to roll. All right, here we go. Da 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 da. Big money. Oh,
Uh-oh.
well, it was something. It was my first. It was a warm-up hit.
This is the same weapon that Pliers was using, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, you go to
I believe so.
You go to load it back across your arm the way that you think Pliers did when you were shown how to use it. But something is like stuck inside of it. And
Something snacks.
something
Oh, God.
something snaps a little bit. It doesn't break, you don't think.
Yes.
But it is a little bit jammed.
Oh Lord.
You can still
And I'll back off.
you can
Yeah.
still
She
try
has
to
it in
use it.
backwards.
But it is back. Yeah, it's backwards.
Basically, I'll look back at the tits because clearly it's distracted, and I'll get behind cover
Sure.
right here, and that's what I'll do with my turn.
Okay. Yeah, you do that easily. Next up is Leaf.
Okay, well, as I said, I wasn't bluffing to this thing that may have thought I wanted to play games. So, I have that wonderful little, what was it called again? The Blade Bandy. And is it like a pullback, almost like a slingshot, or more like a hand crossbow? How does it look?
You really kind of cock it like sort of like a crossbow. There's like a latch on the side of it that flings a blade forward.
Yeah.
So it's not, you don't pull it back the same way you'd pull a crossbow. You just sort of cock it along the side of your arm. But as you're over here, you're realizing that this is like not a stable thing that you're standing on. In fact, it's swinging open.
What do you mean by that?
The thing you're standing on is a door. You're up on top of this conveyance, and this part of it has swung open. There's an interior.
Swung open like something's coming out, or just an automatic
Just
door?
when you stepped on it, the weight from you stepping on it was enough to push it open a little bit.
Oh,
Because you're standing on top of it, is that right?
Yeah. No, that's correct. Does this tube here, just at a cursory glance, does the tube go into the door like it's fed in as like a fuel line, or is it attached to the door?
It goes inside into the conveyance.
Oh, that changes some of my ideas. I thought this was a machine, which this does change things. Okay. All right. Well then, what I'll do, since I'm here, and I can do two things, a major and a minor, I'm going to, I think, is the disc that was next to me in range?
Everything is in range for you. It's
For
within,
ranged weapon.
It's within ranged weapon.
Perfect. I'm going to shoot at it and then pop down and go in the door.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make me a ranged weapon check.
Alrighty. Yeah, okie doke. That's a 16 to hit.
Ooh, just barely.
Oh,
Yeah, just barely. What weapon do you use?
this is the blade bandy.
Okay, sure. It looks
Fire
like
one of the blades at it.
Is ranged weapon, did we figure out if ranged weapon is lowest dice or middle dice?
Yes,
I believe it is
You said it's middle and lowest.
Middle and lowest together, or just middle or low?
Middle and lowest. Oh, no, she just said middle and lowest. I'm pretty sure it's middle.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and fling this blade bandy. It's it makes like a whining sound, like and you shoot out this blade from the side of your arm. It flings forward, something snaps real hard into place, and it launches itself. It seems to glide quite quickly across the right into one of the like the side of this tisk, who again is just it's does the blade bandy cause any secondary effect?
You didn't. Oh, let me double check. I don't think you actually. You didn't even list the info on it. You just said it fires blades.
Yeah, it's in the document. Hang on.
Oh, there it is. It specializes in throwing 3 small blades.
Oh no, in I think that's a typo.
It specializes in throwing small blades.
Is the sling specialized in 3 throwing small blades?
I was maybe hoping it'd throw 3 of them at once, and then it'd be like 12 damage instead of 4. It just says it throws blades.
Yeah, you managed to get a shot off at this thing, and it actually hits. It connects, and you see the blade just like sink into the matted fur on the side of this tisk, who just roars and takes 4 points of damage. And then you use your remaining action to just make your way inside.
Down and go inside.
Okay.
So I don't know how you want me to symbolize that. I could just be like, boom.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in there. You can tell me later what to see.
I'll tell you right now what you see.
Lovely.
Once you go inside this conveyance, it's very dark in here, but you still have that torch from before.
And obscurity or blind sight.
Oh, and blind sight, that's right. Inside this room, it's hot inside. It's very, very warm. And in the center of this room, there's a massive glass piston. It's enormous. And inside this piston, connected to tubes and wires and just accoutrement of this place, you can see running along the sides and the ceilings of the walls, right? All of everything around here is just tubes, and they all sort of just begin to feed into this glass piston. And inside the piston, you see some fluid. It's dark, difficult to tell what color it is, but the piston is connected with a massive duct that goes from the piston into the forward wall. There's a lever there and a door.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the Tisk scientist closest to Pippet.
Geist! Geist, where are you? I don't smell you.
You can hear it moving around the corner to where it saw you from before, Pippet. It takes its actions here. I thought that was the Tisk. It sees you, Pippet, here, and enraged, with blood kind of pouring down the front of its chest. You can see like the crystallized fluid of the effluvium kind of burning into this brand on its chest. His chest kind of heaving. It uses its massive talons to reach out to you and hold you. This is an unarmed might attack. Its might is 3d6 plus 8. 3d6 plus 8.
So this is a force? Ooh, chop.
So that's a 19. You have to tell me what your defense is, and if this is higher than your defense, then it succeeds.
Okay, so it's definitely higher because even with my 2 armor pieces, I believe I'd be at a 16. So
Okay.
it hits.
It hits. The thing reaches out towards you. Its long claws just like lightning out in front of you and grips around your torso. It's not sinking into your flesh yet. It's just holding you the way that someone might hold a doll. It's got you, and you are grappled now. But with this action, as you get closer, as the Tisk brings you closer to its face, it snarls in anger and hatred spilling forth from its frothy mouth. You feel it, the muscles begin to tense, and it chucks you. It flings you backwards into the storage units up here. This storage crates over the table. Your legs and feet kind of in the air, flying for a moment before your back hits the very back of this thing.
Great. Oh. And yeah, that's what happens. My back does hurt.
Yeah, you take damage per zone. You've moved one zone. You will take 1d6 plus 6. No, sorry, 1d6 of damage, and you will lose 1 armor.
Goodbye. Do I roll that?
Yeah, you go ahead and roll me 1d6.
Oh,
I'm gonna make you roll it now.
I'm so used to the DM just taking that. I was like, man, I'm waiting for this. Okay, so
Roll a 1.
you said 1d6 plus.
Yeah, roll a 1d6 and you lose 1 armor.
Got you. Okay.
Oh, and yeah.
Oh no. That's 5 damage.
It's okay. That's okay. I'll be all right. Oh, Pippin will be okay.
All the wind is like knocked out of your all of your chest.
Yeah.
You crash to the ground. Some like boxes and papers are like falling down.
Yeah.
It's your thing here. So, how much health do you have left?
I'm at 6.
Ooh. Okay. Just took one little bit of stress from that.
Well, good. I would hope it
It's a
would.
little stressful.
It better be.
The other Tisk, the one that was on the platform. It sees that you've been incapacitated here slightly, and moves itself down to meet you. This Tisk can see that you're injured, and something takes hold of it. You can see the hairs on the back of its neck beginning to stand up. Those of you who are still on the catwalk, you can see it kind of arching its back and just slobbering profusely. This Tisk will conduct another hold. It will grapple you. It reaches out its hands, its long, clawed hands, and makes a unarmed. Okay, let's see here. 3d6 plus 8. 6 plus 8. This has to beat your defense, which is now a little bit lower. 16. What is your defense?
14.
Oh no!
It would have been 16.
The Tisk heels you off the floor and holds you in its long, slender fingers wrapped around your body, your torso. You're heaved into the air, your feet dangling off the ground, and it looks you in the eyes and says,
You should have played the game, little human.
I don't play games.
it gingerly reaches up and peels the other bit of armor that was still on your body, just peels it off with an action called Doff.
Oh. Doff.
And that's its turn. It just has you in its clutches.
Oh, Doff. Got it.
My armor. Oh no.
Next up is Grizz.
Grizz is watching in horror. They know that this is like their moment. If they're gonna do anything cool at all, they know they can't try to double up like the last time. So I think. So attacking is a major action.
Attacking is a major action, yeah.
And I can do one major action and one minor action?
That's right.
Okay. So from Grizz's hidey spot, since no one has spotted them yet, I take out my action bolt and I load, like the incendiary bolt is already in there.
Okay.
That Leaf gave me. And I point it directly at the one that's about to probably chow down on Pippet.
Okay.
I don't want to like call a shot, but I'm trying to get like the upper half of the body, so it hopefully like gets in its face.
You would only be able to get the upper half of the body because it's
Cool.
It's beyond like a little table and there's like a little
Okay.
like storage thing in the way.
I have a question because I'm using an incendiary bolt and it has been blasted with effluvium. Is that flammable? That liquid?
That's not the one that was blasted.
Oh, I thought they were both blasted.
No,
Okay,
just one of them.
it's fine. That's the one. That's the immediate need. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna point at it and I'm gonna just very silently fire. I know it'll give away where I am, but it's worth it to try to save my companion.
Okay, go ahead and make me the roll. 12.
Are you kidding?
You,
12?
That's a terrible roll. You managed to bring that thing back, and it loads perfectly. You fire it perfectly, but even perfect, the ammunition just doesn't connect. It hits the disc, sure, but it just seems to bounce off the spine of this thing like you might try to shoot a hog. Like it's like its skin is like too strong to be penetrated this way. So it merely looks back at you and snarls and continues menacingly holding Pippet. Its teeth like yellow and dripping.
So then for my minor action, how far away am I from the place where we came in?
Pretty close. You're right by it.
So I go back there and I open that door.
You came through the door to get in here.
Right, but I want to open it so that whatever creature was following us can come through. Like I know we shut it behind ourselves so that we would hide from
so
that other creature.
You just go back and open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm allowed to say something, if I'm allowed to like also, so I don't know if that's like too many actions, but if I'm allowed to say something, I call to it.
Go for it. Yeah, calling to something is a free action. You can do that.
I don't know which of you is in this corridor, the Tausha or the Lacertian, but they're Tiskin here. They're operating on creatures. They're brokering a peace with humans. Doesn't that sound like heresy? You should probably do something about it. And then I like try to flatten myself against like the side of the door. Like the door is here and I'm like behind
Fading
it.
into the bushes. .gif.
Yes. You didn't see anything. That's
They
me.
definitely saw you. Awesome. Okay, very good. So that's your turn, right? Okay. Next up is Pliers, what do you do?
Yeah, I didn't want to have to worry about my backside. I was doing fine just with the front. I'm looking at Grizz like they're crazy. Like, what? Anyway, so I'll just wait a minute. This one has Pippin in their arms or their hands or whatever those things are, claws.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Great. All right.
Hands, arms, claws.
Yeah, hand on palm things. I'm gonna load this bad boy back and I'm gonna fling it over and hopefully don't hit Pippin. If I do, hey, at least it'd be better than getting eaten.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna cause me another stress.
Okay.
Surgical strike. All right.
All right.
3d6 plus 10 plus 8. 26.
Yeah, all right, sure. Yeah, it absolutely hits. It absolutely does, but I have some bad news for you. The middle dice here is just a 1.
Well,
so
it bleeds.
You do manage. You do manage to pull the device back. It cocks itself. You load a thing of effluvium. There's like the mist, the freezing mist of it is chilling your arms. Your hair stands on end for a second, and you fire it. And it arcs through the air with this vapor behind it and smacks the tisk in the side of the head, and it's just
Good.
you can see it kind of trying to crack its neck a little bit, but it does very little damage. It is the same. Is this the same one that you got from before? This is a different one. Oh, right. This is the different one. I get it. You're getting the one with from Pippin.
Yeah,
Okay,
I want to make it drop Pippin.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, it didn't make sense for me to hit the same one because it's already suffering from the bleed.
Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what.
Spread the love.
I'll tell you what. I'll allow this to have momentarily distracted the tisk enough since you got it, which is no small feat. It doesn't drop Pippin, but it loosens its grip substantially, and I'll give you a bonus Pippin if you on your escape grapple attempt. This just takes 1 damage plus another 2 from the bleeding from before, and another 1.
No. Wait.
Yeah.
That's a brand new one, so that one gets one
right.
bleed.
1 bleed and 1 damage from.
Yep.
So it gets 2 damage. Nice.
2 damage, and that one in front of us has 4 bleed, 4 damage, and I guess I don't know when the bleed ticks after his turn, before his turn. I don't know.
On its
Anyway.
turn. Beginning of its turn.
Okay. I got a minor action. I'm getting the heck out of here. You know, Grizz just compromised us. I'm out. I've been working on my cast for this moment. I want to go away. I'm called somewhere over here. Wherever I can go, how far I can go. I can go 1 zone, I think you said. So I'm out.
All right.
I'm like,
Yeah, you make it about that far. There's a machine. There's a machine to your right.
ooh.
It's
Oh, they're all connected.
yeah. There's a machine to your right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go wherever it looks like I can mess with it the most.
It doesn't appear to be on. Next up is Pippin. Pippin, this is the second time your character's been grappled. Is that right?
Yeah, this happens a lot.
So, I'm assuming, and I just want to refresher on grapple rules. I know it can be punishing, especially when you're trying to attack. But I'm curious here, with Issliss, what kind of restrictions does grappling play on me, other than it's harder to break the grapple?
So your character cannot move and may only make 1 minor action and 1 escape grapple attempt per turn until escaped and no longer grappled. Your defense is reduced to armor bonus only, which you have none. And you, in order to escape a grapple, your escape grapple attempt requires might, acrobatics, or chicanery versus the might. Of
Got
the
it.
creature. But since you have a little bit of help from Pliers.
Yeah, that's
Or
wonderful.
From Pliers. So I'll give you
So
an extra dice.
a minor action and an escape attempt, or just either or?
You can make one
And,
minor action
excellent.
and one escape grapple.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to escape with my might, and we're gonna see how that works. And the additional die. What's my
So
bonus?
you have to roll a might, acrobatics, or chicanery, whichever one is higher for you.
Oh yeah, I'm
you
gonna
get a-
roll a might.
You get a plus dice for that.
Got it. Okay. Oh, okay. So add on another dice for that. Okay. All right. Let's
The
do
might
it.
for this particular tisk is here it's 3d6 plus 8. So roll 3d6 plus 8.
What do we get?
You'll have to beat a 20.
Cool, child. All right. Let's see if we do it.
Oh,
no! What? It was. Oh man, I should have waited. I should have gave it time to breathe. I try to break out of it, and it should. Hey, I mean, if it's holding me, I feel like that was kind of close. So it might be like, whoa, what? This human is a little strong. But with my minor action, I wonder if I can do this. I don't know if that's a minor action. Let me find out first, because if I can't, it is. So I'm going to, if this is possible, if we can somehow role play this, I'd like to crack my blade onto my cult poison to apply it with Bane Blade, because that is a minor action. I do take one stress.
okay. You wanna try to apply?
Apply it, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it. Go for it.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take my stress.
You're struggling. Your hands are like trying to reach your pockets, but you're like already kind of like tightened by the tisk. So it's difficult for you to like find your way in your pockets. But you do manage. You find the vial, and you do manage to crack it over your
Nice.
over your weapon.
Yeah, do it real like it looks like I'm struggling, but I'm in my pocket and I pull it out and I just squeeze it to my blade.
Sure.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up is Leaf. Now, Leaf, you are inside of this conveyance. You're inside.
Yes, I am.
The things that are here are, again, there's a piston in the center of the room, lots of cables across the wall, and one big duct that goes from the piston towards the forward wall. And there's a door and there's a latch, or a switch, big switch, mechanical, not like the biological switches from before. And there's a sign in Iss.
Is that the lever, the switch near the door, or near the piston?
Near the door, but it's right next to the duct as it goes into the wall.
I yell out, like kind of just aiming my voice toward the door. I'm going to try to do something to this. It might be our best shot. If it fails, it was nice knowing you all. And I pull the switch.
As you say that, you're struck by an unfamiliar sensation. You're in kind of an enclosed metallic structure, but your voice isn't really resonating in here. There's no echo. In fact, it sounds padded almost. And there's no ringing in your ears. You expected to hear like some echo, but there's none. You pull that lever, and suddenly you hear the machine kick on, and every so often there's a from the piston in front of you. It appears to be drawing fluid into it and pushing fluid out like a valve. You can see the duct that goes into the wall is like moving, bulging. And the door makes a
Boy, I hope they heard me. Boy, I hope they heard me. I run to the forward.
Yeah, you open the door. When you walk into this door, you are presented with a smell. It's hot in here, and it smells like just old coagulated blood. And as you walk further into this compartment, it's dark. And as you look on the ground and the walls and the ceiling, it all looks the same. Everything is covered in this slick, wet, just messy looking substance. But you can see movement happening in unison across the entirety of the device. And it appears that this whole room is moving along in time with the pump outside. But when you walk forward, something slips out from under your foot. You look down and see the substance is human organs, hearts, faces. You see the face below your feet of Inspector Melody, wordlessly looking up towards you in agony, and the heart next to her face beating in time with the device. Outside of time, outside of any kind of sense or semblance of reality, you begin to feel more than you see this sound reverberating from deep inside your core, and you're struck with a sensation that your heart is beating in time with the machine. Next up is the Tisk scientist. The one that's holding Pippet. The one that's holding Pippet is just a messy Tisk. He's bleeding. He's got he's starting to get like bruising on the side of his head, and he's just got you loosely, almost like an afterthought. But he looks back up towards you. Rage in his one good eye. And throws you. Throws you again, Pippet. Just like a doll. With the same move that the other one did before. Since you're already grappled, it uses Chuck. The Tisk throws you a zone of distance and tosses you out there into, as you skid across the floor out towards here.
All right. So this is another 1d6.
This is another 1d6.
Good luck.
Plus 6.
Oh, never mind.
Do a bad job.
Well. So this happens.
Mm-hmm.
See what we get. Okay.
Oh, 8.
So, 8. I do not go unconscious.
Fantastic.
Oh, gosh.
Incredible.
So, I'm just going to start counting down from here. And the reason why I do not go unconscious is because of my durable skill, and I will share that here in the chat.
Fantastic.
And even when my health hits 0,
Nice.
I don't go
Rub
unconscious,
some dirt on it.
and I'll rub some dirt on it. Yeah.
She got that from the guys, the country guys.
Fantastic. Outstanding. Yeah.
So I'm laying there. I'm hurt, but I'm not down just yet.
Wow. All right. Good. The Tisk rears back down onto all fours and climbs over in like this weird sort of undulating kind of wave of tisk and fur and blood and robes, blue robes, just kind of crawls its way like a snake over the furniture back towards you and leans over you, drooling.
Human! I'll die, human!
And I'm just staring and I'm coughing, but I'm glaring them in their eyes. And I said, and I'll just say,
You should have believed me.
Stop playing with your food, brother. Eat it.
The next tisk, unconcerned, looks back up onto the catwalk from where the shots were heard before.
Can it please take damage? Thanks.
It reaches up with its arms and in one swift motion lands itself up here, right in front of you, Grizz. It leans its entire body over you, looming over you, and you can see the brand is so awful. It's like scarred, and its eyes are just wild with hatred. And it takes a deep breath and it begins to open its mouth. And then a portion of its head is missing. The left side of its head is just gone. A moment later, you're showered in fluid, and the tisk doesn't even notice for a moment until a look of confusion comes across the remaining eye before the rest of its head and a shoulder is gone. You see a rising trail of blood begin lifting into the air. Dripping, a line forms. And for the briefest of moments, you see rows and rows and rows of teeth. A predator and its natural prey. Chris, it's your turn.
Oh no. I think Grizz is terrified and wants to get out of the way.
Yeah.
But is also kind of paralyzed, and like also Pliers is there, and they're worried that if they move, that'll be it. Can I dash and take Pliers with me?
I'm out. I'm already out of there.
Pliers,
oh, you are?
Yeah, Pliers is gone.
Okay, so then I hop down. Like I run to the other side of the catwalk where this one came from, and then try to like hop down if I can.
Yeah. So you hop down the catwalk?
Yeah. I use dash as my minor action, and I try to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. You hop down. It's difficult. It hurts a little bit, but you don't take any damage. You're just a little. Your feet are a little sore. Ow. You're like when you jump from someplace that's too high, and you stumble a bit, but you get back up. And where do you move to?
I'm gonna move to where Pliers is. I think I'm gonna go that way.
Pliers.
Yeah.
You look back.
Probably a little bit more inward.
You're running, and you look back over your shoulder, and you see something almost instantaneously has shot out from the darkness from back past that portal and impales the air. And the air is just like stuck with this javelin-like device. And you just hear a massive blood begins pouring from this wound in the middle of seemingly nothing. You see flashes, sparks of some kind. Just massive creature in front of you is giving off some shimmering type of essence in front of you, some miasma, it seems. Before briefly you might think you catch a glimpse of long, horrible limbs, tails, a long neck, a head full of teeth, and then nothing. Just a hanging, suspended in midair, a javelin. Before legs, long legs, many legs begin reaching their way through the doorway.
Yeah, I think I grab Pliers and move him behind something, like Jurassic Park style, like behind the
Sure.
thing, so that no one can see us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Ansel in the Tausha Kassat, or in the inside the Altless Kassam. Who's next?
I believe that's me.
Okay, Pliers, what do you do?
Well, ranged weapons can go as far as they want, right? You said.
Within the boundary of this place, yeah, you have to be able to see target though.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna be like, what the hell? And I'm gonna just run and action style slow mo without my cane flipping like the zoom on the goggles, and I'm gonna aim for the side of the neck of Pippet with field medic.
Oh God. Putting Pippet out of her misery. No prisoners.
No one's gonna take you out but me. Your friend should be the last one. No, I'm not gonna do that. Field medic. All right.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
This is not. Let me look. I have the sheet open. One segundo.
Yep.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, first aid is a major action. Is that what you're looking for?
No. I don't know. I was trying to see what would this count as an attack or not, but it's not. Thank goodness. All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll then.
Okay. This weapon is.
Wait, what do I roll?
This weapon is called a dart dasher. It's a ranged weapon. It can fire 2 zones. The darts inside of it are just like a healing concoction, an elixir.
I'm trying to figure out what I roll. Is it biology or?
It's 3d6.
Oh, it's just a 3d6 period.
Yeah, you roll 3d6.
Oh, okay.
It's a weapon. You're shooting your companion with a weapon. It's the same thing as you would do when you shoot like an enemy, but you're shooting a companion instead.
Well, I mean, okay. How does this work? So if I shoot it and hit, it just takes one of the die, the middle die, like normal.
If you shoot and hit, then Pippet will roll a 1d6 to heal.
Because if it's a weapon attack, what if I put surgical strike on it? Add more die to it. No, since you'll bleed to death. Never mind. All right.
It'll just punch a hole right through Pippet.
Goes through it. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Orbital strike of healing.
That's a 9.
Okay, yeah. Pippet doesn't have any defense right now, so.
I'm on the ground.
Yeah, it automatically hits. Yeah.
Come on, Pippet, you've been rolling nice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
The damage.
Roll a 1d6 for healing.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. All right, here we go.
1d6. 1d6.
1d6. 1d6.
Woo! That's two healing.
That's better than nothing.
Better than nothing. That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
All right.
So
Nice.
is it my turn?
Now I gotta do a minor action now.
Okay.
Keep on fluffing and rolling. I'm gonna get to this machine right now.
You hear the creature up on the catwalk, just indiscriminately.
Hang in there. I say that silently under my breath.
Somehow I hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay by this machine and hide behind it. 'Cause, yeah. You said this is not on, correct?
It's not on currently. Actually, no. Something has changed. I'm sorry. The state of the entire apparatus has changed. You can see now the tanks have begun to light up. There's some movement happening with bellows in front of it. The gears have begun working, and the machine that you're standing in front of right now is beginning to spin. There's it's like a wheel inside of it that's begun to spin. Yeah.
Is that gonna send that thing off these rails? Oh no, we wanted to blow it up, not send it. Okay. All right, I guess I'll have to figure it out on my next turn. All right, I'm done.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Pippet. Pippet, you're on the ground.
From the ground, I'm wondering if I have to get up to do certain actions. Could I attack from here is my question.
Let's see, you're prone. So prone cannot move, only crawl without standing. First, all major actions cause an additional 1 stress, and defense is reduced to armor only. That's fine. So I'll say, yeah, you can take a major action to attack, but it will cause you a stress.
I'm already taking stress by being alive. So
I'm taking stress from being here.
I'm going to add that on. And I'm going to try to just take my glaive, because I'm assuming it's not its turn yet, but it's going to be distracted by that thing.
Yeah.
And with the boost that Pliers just gave me, it's my last stand.
Okay.
I want to take my glaive and just strike into it with the poison that we applied.
Okay.
And see if that'll hit. Let's try it.
Go ahead.
All right, let's do this. I pick up my glaive. Not a 2, a 3, Chelsea. There we go.
17 does hit. Yeah, you managed to hit it. It's leaning forward because it's right about to eat your face, and you manage.
Of course it is.
And you managed just barely to slice it. What did you get here?
I'll be real. I forgot how to roll damage. Yeah, this is a heavy weapon. Could you remind me how to roll damage for this item?
I will, yeah. Heavy weapons take the highest die.
That's a 6.
Awesome. Yes, that is a 6.
Ooh, on top of
we did a 6, 2, and a 1.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
Well, and it has that stuff on it, right?
I do not recall what cult poison does, but it's poison, so I'm happy with that.
It's gonna get like goopy.
It's
yes.
Yeah, hang on. Let me see here. Vitriol. It takes 3d6 plus 2 versus endurance. So I won't even make the check since you're so close. Go ahead and make I'll do the damage for it.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the roll for me.
3. Oh my god, a 3d6.
I've been saving it.
2.
You know, like the venom.
We use the middle die. That's a 5.
Nice.
Yeah. As you plunge your glaive into the neck of this creature, you can see the searing, bubbling, just venom, vitriol beginning to bubble around its neck, and it's gurgling now, and the blood is like dripping out of its elongated snout, and its face is so close, and you can smell the vile, like putrid stench of dead, rotting flesh inside of it. The blood mixed with vitriol is pouring out of its mouth, and it lays finally to rest on top of you.
Yes! Yes! Oh wait, no! But it falls onto my body, and I'm just kind of sitting there breathing. And I'm shell shocked a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I look around and I think I can only hold on for one more round, but I'm stuck here. But right. I just kind of, it's like I just won that small battle, and I'm just like.
You have the condition stuck now.
Yep.
And next up is Leaf. Leaf, you are inside the conveyance, and you're hearing a lot of stuff. from inside of your body. You're hearing the sounds of the device in unison. Your heart is pumping along in time with the device.
Yeah. What do I see outside of the nightmares surrounding me?
You can see the duct, and it's leading out of the wall into a small circular, like a globe almost. It appears to be the same type of material, the same kind of material as what the box was made of. The box that Twill gave me.
Yeah.
It's just a globe, and the duct leads right into it. And from this podium that it's situated on in the center of the room, lots of cables are running out towards all of the individual faces and hearts that you see beating along in time.
Yeah. Any switches, any sorts of things outside of that, or is it just that globe and duct?
The globe and the duct, yeah.
So I'm gonna give you this thing's on tracks. It looks like some sort of conveyance, a vehicle of some kind, and there's nightmares. And the whole thing was to embarrass the heck out of the cassette, yeah? And so Leaf's mind here is, if I can get this thing going and get it to continue going and never stop, it's gonna hit something.
Yeah.
And it'll put everything in here out of misery and make a big mess.
With yourself inside?
I'll try to get out.
Okay.
But there's no other real good way.
You reach to the podium, and you see just several discs along the outside of it. This spherical piece of metal. When your hand gets closer to it, it begins to glow. The sounds that you're hearing, you're idly aware that you're the one making some of them. You're screaming here too. And you place your hand on top of the sphere and twist. You feel a lurch as the device begins to move forward. What do you do?
If the device is moving and this thing initiated it, that's when I break this device as best I can so it can't be undone.
Make me an attack roll.
Okay. I had my blade weapon out, or the blade bandy. So I think I'm gonna minor reaction, or it's a minor action for me to reload it as a hound.
Sure.
So I'm gonna reload it and basically just press it right up to it and fire.
Okay. Go ahead.
And that is a 15.
Wow, all right, yeah. You lean in and fire this weapon. It immediately cracks the underside of the podium where the thing was being held. The sphere appears to be completely fine, but the podium is now broken, and spewing black fluid is erupting from this podium like you've struck oil in some awful nightmare. Now what?
Well, now, if it keeps moving, I'm going to look. Is there like a view screen or a window or anything here, or is it all just enclosed entirely?
Enclosed entirely, and as far as you can tell, it goes on forever.
Dang, okay, well, I'm gonna try to run back to that door and see if I can pry it open or something. I'll take my pickaxe out, and that's my next step.
The door's open. You don't even have to open it.
I thought you said the back door closed behind me.
No.
Oh, yeah, then I jumped the heck out of that.
Yeah, you managed. You're running, and you're feeling slightly more and more normal as you make your way further out of the forward compartment. You see a glint of light beckoning you out to the outside, but everything is moving. You're feeling disoriented, and you jump out of the front compartment. You land about here, and there's an explosion. And then suddenly, nothing. You hear just a high-pitched and as you look up, you feel wind across your face. You feel some kind of debris in your lungs, and you feel a kind of dust across your whole body. You look around, and everything is black and wet, and now just a light. Like everything is becoming brighter and brighter. The rest of you are all prone. And as you look around, you all feel the same sensation of wind. There's no more ceiling, and the wall has been decimated. I'll need everyone to take 2 points of stress. But Leaf, you're looking up, and you see an outline, a black, long outline looming, getting closer and lower and closer still. It is the devotion. And it is lowering climbing device. You stand up, shake off some of the debris. You're disoriented, and now what?
Oh, I look around to see if my companions are alive there, anything.
Yeah, where are you guys? Grizz, where are you?
I'm still like to the left of where Pliers was near that machine. But I think like as I start to kind of rouse, I take a look around to see where everybody is, and if I see like Leaf standing up looking around, I just run to him.
Sure.
That's where he is.
I'm running and running towards Pippet, see if he's still alive, and I'm gonna shoot him in the neck again. Same spot.
Pippet's sitting up. Whatever debris is around her, she's ignoring it. This tisk is still on me, but I'm doing some last minute, hasty first aid on myself.
Yeah.
And the
you've
dust is
managed
settling.
to like wriggle out from under it. Barely.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a fat one. Well, it's 8 counts.
Come on.
No, don't die! Click, 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 click. Just for shooting.
I stand up and I hobble.
We survived.
The climbing device has lowered itself into the center of the room. Like a ladder, there's a basket.
I grab onto it and have a handout for whoever takes it.
Oh,
I take that hand and I'll flop in.
I'm gonna pop a vial open of the last bit of leaf blood I got, and I'm gonna put it on like it's cologne.
I drink my cordial like it's my last drink on earth.
Yeah. That way they think I'm anointed and they treat me like a king.
Yeah, Grizz gets in last after everybody else is situated.
Okay.
Like, where the heck is the big thing that stares at me?
Once everybody is in the basket, you guys are being raised up. Grizz, you look over the side of the basket and you see on the catwalk, you see the carapace of the Issliss cassette is on its back, and just parts of it are getting just disappearing. Like huge chunks of it are getting getting gone. It's like moving around violently, but it is being eaten.
I think I blew it up real good.
You did. The Lacession is still alive, but I wager that's no longer our problem.
Leave it be. It was awesome. I want to get to know it. If we could send it a card, maybe I can add it to my brochure. And I'm in the midst of trying to whip out my contract, and then I drop it.
It flutters away into the debris.
Just like opening up.
you're being lifted now at a rapid pace. You see before you just this massive smoking hole in the side of the effluvium works. You see below you crowds of Kasat are now streaming up through the doors leading out of the effluvium works, and they're roaming the streets in broad daylight now, swarming the effluvium works. But you're lifted further and further, point where the mist overtakes your vision, and away you guys end up going. There's wind, it's getting colder, and it's a little darker, but your basket is raised, and away you go into the clouds of Issliss, beneath the devotion. Well done, you guys.
God.
Thank you.
Well we have
done,
to find
you
another job. I think we're out of a job, Chris.
Oh my god. Congratulations.
Tisk.
You guys
Yes.
definitely killed it,
Technically.
sis.
Yes.
Stabbed it.
I had help, but yeah, I did stab it.
You stabbed that. You did a lot to that.
I can't believe
I
you
had
guys
to.
managed to kill the tisk.
Can you imagine how excited Providence is going to be that we murdered some heretics? I can't wait to tell.
Yeah. Oh, very happy.
Not
We're getting bonus points and gold stars.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm
It's gonna be great.
I am thrilled at how just how good you guys did throughout this entire campaign. I want to give a huge thank you to our cast, our wonderful cast here. Everyone we've had on the show has been just phenomenal. And we're gonna go around and introduce ourselves, and then where can people find your content? Grizz.
Hello, I have been Grizz. My name is Candace, also known as Candacethemagnificent. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at the Candace Marie, and you can find me at Candacethemagnificent pretty much everywhere else. I am a TTRPG performer and GM, as well as writer and voiceover artist, so keep up with me on socials to find out more.
Fantastic. Thank you. Next up is Leaf.
I'm Leaf, Leaf, son of Leaf. Domesticdan. You can find me Domesticdan everywhere. I do tabletop cooking, lots of cooking, variety, all the things. And yeah, this has been a blast, and I'm surprised we survived that last blast. So yeah, this is wild.
Fantastic. Next up is Pliers.
This is the last time you'll see me, because if it was like an anime at the end, I'd be floating slowly as the credits go by, because I jumped at that devotion again!
I'm just kidding. No, I enjoyed it. It was really, really fun. It's fun playing something I totally never played this type of character. But it's been great. It's good seeing a new system come to life. How excited people are about it. How the creators of It's Just excited. Nick, seeing you very excited and involved. It's been a while. We talked about collabing for like years now. We finally get to do it. And it's been great. This has been a great little system. I love it. The lore in the story is probably my biggest highlights of this whole thing. You guys did an incredible job making these creatures and making us care about them and care about the characters. So cheers to season 2, baby. Thank you so very much for having us, and thanks for being such a great storyteller, overseer. And thank you to my companions for making this a very safe and fun and just a overall something to look forward to, every week.
Awesome. Thank you.
And thanks to the crowd for being such a great audience. You guys were awesome.
Yeah. Last but not least, Pippet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chelseabytes, and I was Pippet, your war vet biologist who likes to bite off more than she can chew sometimes. I'm really glad that I'm honestly happy that it was very dire for Pippet at the end, because I feel like that is a bang, and I like ending seasons in a bang. And that was war finish. I run to the evac helicopter with my friends, Hobble, and I'm just holding my guts together, but we lived, the stuff that, you got to fight hard for the things you want. And yeah, this again, just echoing what everyone said, the environment, the story, everything is so immersive and so unique, and it's easy to get lost in. And even though you want to not always fight, it's still fun to fight. You can still do it. It's a good ebb and flow, and I appreciate having such a great party to play with and great Overmind, of course, and audience. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely
Find me everywhere. Yeah, I'm bad at that. Find me everywhere at Chelseabytes. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, all that. We'll catch up. I'm here for season 2. You'll see me.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Big thank you to our cast. Big thank you to our supporters here at twitch.tv. Big thanks to everyone who follows the YouTube and the podcast. And big thanks to all of our merch store supporters. If you want to get access to our super cool Leftovers podcast, join the merch store membership program. Twitch subs get a special discount there. And if you're a member, you get a discount on merch and access to Leftovers, super sweet podcast. If you want to play Issliss at home, do so at fablescraps.com. Big thanks, everyone. This has been great. My name is Veronica Ripley. You can find me here at twitch.tv/nicotine, but you can also find me just all over Fable Scraps. So thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll be back. You'll see Issliss again shortly. So stay tuned. Follow us on socials and have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.